Report of the New World Order, Bishop Grady laying over what the fuck going on for this BFN Report. Over in Venezuela, the opposition leader, Juan Guaido, this is the guy that's actually come up trying to go against the official president, Nicolas Maduro, who has, been said to be a bad leader, tanking the economy and all of that, and people want change. Juan Guaido has stepped up, saying, demanding that he step down. Foreign interests, including America, started backing Juan Guaido and said they acknowledge him as the official president of Venezuela. And there's been conflict, as you can imagine. Now, there's some military members that are actually in favor of Guaido, and apparently they released the former opposition leader in Venezuela, Leopoldo Lopez. But nevertheless, Juan Guaido actually said that they are in the final phase of Operation Liberty, basically suggesting that they're trying to do a coup and get the current administration up out of there. And he did this in a video next to Leopoldo Lopez and some military members. So it's about to go down, man. Green War and Grad. The New World Order, Bishop Grady laying over what the fuck going on, Now check this though, and on the immigration side of things, Trump actually imposed some new you can call them restrictions more so, basically saying that immigrants trying to seek refuge and work permits in the U.S. actually have to pay both. So asylum seekers, people that might be traveling come and make it to the U.S.-Mexico border, trying to get their their paperwork processed so they could be in the country legally. Now they're being said they will be charged to do so. They have to pay, and that is going into effect in 90 days. Now that's a big deal for obvious fucking reasons, right? We're talking about the poor and the destitute that are actually coming in here, they're struggling or whatever, to impose a fee for something that hasn't always had a fee is asinine to me. It's greedy, especially, I don't even want to say greedy, it's asinine because of the many other areas we can get it from. Green War and graduation, The New World Order, Bishop Grady laying on what the fuck going on for this BFN Report. Now, Donald Trump and the Trump Organization, they're actually suing banks, Capital One and Deutsche Bank, and they're suing them to keep them from turning over financial records of that involved the two of them, the two entities, submitting these records to House Democrats in Congress. Now, the House Democrats have actually subpoenaed to do this, so it just seems like a very desperate move, like a very guilty move. But he's suing them. Keep in mind that it's been said that over the past few decades, Deutsche Bank has actually loaned over $2 billion to Donald Trump. You know what I mean? So they have close ties. And even when Trump took office in 2016, he actually still owed them $300 million. Now, I don't know if y'all motherfuckers ever been in debt before. You probably in debt maybe a few thousand, something like that. Now times that by like 100 million. And times that by 10 million. That's how heavy that pressure is. So who knows what type of moves he's pulling to pay off that debt. Green War and graduation. We'll go to Bishop Grady laying over what the fuck going on for this BFN Report. Now, the Pentagon is actually continuing with its investigation into the military and people being linked to white nationalist groups. So far they found 11. 4 recently were considered to be a part of a group called Identity Evropa. It's spelled Evropa. I don't know if it's like the V that's supposed to be looking like a U, so it'll be Europa, or if it's really meant to be Evropa. Nevertheless, it's some white nationalist bullshit, and they are all in the army. We've even seen the likes of we've seen it seemed like a lot of army activity when it comes to these mass shootings. A lot of these people be linked with the army if they not, foreigners, foreign terrorists or whatever. But, shit's getting wild. Black people, though, we already know what's up. Fucking, man. Green War and graduation. The New World Order, Bishop Grady laying over what the fuck going on, man. So I'm sorry, bro. It's hot as fuck out here. You know what I mean? Get that vitamin D in, too. But check this out, though. A 26-year-old Army veteran by the name of Mark Steven Domingo actually was caught basically in this terror plot where he was being coerced into he's a recent Islam convert, and he was being coerced apparently to bomb several key places in California, like several ports or whatnot. And in doing this, he was given fake bombs and then essentially caught up. So the FBI they put it out there like they broke up a terror plot. But my thing is, like, how they're charging him for basically attempting to like help a terrorist, essentially. Like if you read the charges, that's what they come to. And it's like, how do you actually do that while being doing that while being the person that's like urging him to do that? That doesn't make sense to me. Seems like a setup, man. Green Wall and graduation. The New World Order, Bishop Grady, you know what the fuck going on for this BFN Report, man. Catch this shit out though. Donald Trump, this is the second time he's done this recently. If you heard, he actually labeled Iran's Revolutionary Guard, which is basically like their little army or whatever, as a terrorist group, terrorist organization. That has great implications on the domestic and international level. You know what I mean? And now he is going to the step of labeling the Muslim Brotherhood as a terrorist organization. Now, let me tell y'all a little about them. If this whole thing comes after a meeting with Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi earlier this month, earlier in April, where so it obviously seems like connected to that because el-Sisi came into power in Egypt back in, I think it was like 2013 or whatever, when the first democratically elected president, Mohamed Morsi, was in power, and he was kicked out or whatever with the support of the U.S. And this was said he was actually the leader of the Muslim Brotherhood. So, you know, we'll see how this pans out. Green Wall and graduation. We'll do the Bishop Grady laying over the fuck going on for this BFN Report, man. Hey, what you want me to do? It's hot as a motherfucker out here. I'm gonna soak up some of this vitamin D though, you know what I'm saying? Hard on my nipples, you know what I mean? But check this out though. The Justice Department's #2 Deputy Attorney General or whatever, Rod Rosenstein, is actually resigning. Like, motherfuckers it's really a high turnover rate in the White House, which is highly unusual. But check this out though. He actually oversaw the Mueller investigation. He was handpicked by Trump, but he got bullied by Trump a lot in the media or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he got the fuck up out of it. I don't see how anybody would be cool with working for the likes of a scumbag like Donald Trump. Like, this is crazy. Even when you do crooked shit for him, he still end up roasting you. Like, and you supposed to be on the team. You dig? He ain't got no clash, man. But, you know, stay up though. Green Wall and graduation. We'll do the Bishop Grady laying over what the fuck going on for this BFN Report. Hey, what y'all want me to do, man? I'm gonna soak up some of this vitamin D because it's hot as a bitch. But check this out though. The so-called leader of ISIS, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. I believe I'm saying his name right. We'll just go with al-Baghdadi, but it looked like al-Baghdad with an I at the end. Check this out though. He's actually appeared in a video that surfaced in he's appeared in this video. His first time he's been seen in 5 years. The last time they saw him, well, since they seen him, back in 2017, Russian media actually said that the man was dead. And with how the American media reports over here, you will always think they're taking out a leader of ISIS. So now this dude is out, and it's, you know, obviously with him saying being alive and Russia having said that he was killed, you know, that obviously raises some eyebrows. But other than that, you should expect business as usual. Other than them just giving this motherfucker the spotlight. They want to make a movie out of it. Green Wall and graduation. We'll do the Bishop Grady laying over what the fuck going on for this BFN Report. I gotta soak up these rays, man. It's too hot not to, you dig? Check this out though. I've been telling y'all, keep positive thoughts and prayers out there for the people of Mozambique. They just got hit with another cyclone. This one is called Tropical Cyclone Kenneth. They're still recovering from Cyclone Idai, which actually took 600 people at least, and you know, devastated the country, as you can imagine. If it killed 600 people, a fucking cyclone, you can only imagine what it was doing to the property in the fields and all of that out there. But right now, the death toll for Kenneth is actually risen to 38 people. So, but Kenneth was actually a beast, numbers-wise, as far as it being a Category 4. It was like 135 mile an hour cyclone, whatever. This was actually the worst cyclone ever hit that area. So definitely keep those people in your prayers, man. We gotta you know, I think we should send love to Africa. You get what I'm saying? Think about it though. Green Wall and graduation. We'll do the Bishop Grady laying over what the fuck going on for this BFN Report, man. I gotta soak up these rays. It's hot as a bitch out here. So check this out though. Over in the Western Sahara, you know, this is the western area of Africa, East Coastal actually, and it's right next to Morocco. Now, ever since 1975, Morocco has actually has occupied this country and has like essentially claimed dominance over this country, and saying they have sovereignty over it, but nobody else in the world actually acknowledges it. But the oppression still takes place, and just recently they actually had they've been protesting against these same issues or whatever, wanting their autonomy, and officers from Morocco were actually like in plainclothes security officers were beating the shit out of these female protesters, and shit circulated the web. We talking about broken bones and everything, but that lets you know what's going on out here. Ain't shit safe. You got motherfuckers upright like flipping over governments, and you got them taking over the whole country. So ain't shit sweet. Don't ever get it fucked up. Green War and graduation though. We'll do the Bishop Grady laying over what the fuck going on for this BFN report. Check this out. Over in the Boeing shareholders meeting, there were actually protesters out there, people who were family members of victims to the crashing of the Boeing 737 MAX 8 airplanes. This happened, one in Ethiopia and one in Indonesia. Those were the airlines, the Ethiopian one and the Indonesian one. So their families are outside of this Boeing office where there are a bunch of shareholders, and they're protesting. They want the Boeing leaders to actually be held criminally accountable. So they, I guess they're looking for jail time, or they're looking for fines, or they're looking for some money or something, because something's got to give. Now, those planes were found to have crashed because of a faulty flight control system that they narrowed down to it being, something that was like computer programming related, electrical or whatever. So, and the CEO of Boeing actually issued a public apology, so that's an admittance of guilt right there. So, we'll see how this pans out. Green War and graduation. We'll do the Bishop Grady laying over what the fuck going on for this BFN report, man. Soaking up this hot ass weather and this hot ass vitamin D, man. Betterment for my melanin, you dig? But check this out, man. Rest in peace to John Singleton, man. Dies at 51 years old. Now, this is a movie director. He's a writer and executive. Definitely has given us classics that we enjoy, from Boys in the Hood to, even Hustle and Flow. To even the TV series Empire, or we could bring it back to like Poetic Justice, Higher Learning, Baby Boy, like straight classics. Holmes had a lot of experience and was actually, upset that he didn't get the ability to work with on that Tupac movie, since he actually knew Tupac and was around a lot of that shit. Obviously with Poetic Justice and movies like that. So it's kind of this was somebody that was like a legend within the genre, and salute to him, and may all up and coming movie directors and people aspire to be as great as him and bring black culture to life how he did. Green War and graduation.